Greetings YouTube, Crosstrain here from World of Tanks today, and I want to get this started, but I want to walk you through maybe my first. I've only had this tank, the AMX 5100, for about, I don't know, a week or so, and only got about 20 to 25 battles in it or something like that. But for those of you that have not had an opportunity to play this tank, it is a challenging tank to play, at least it has been for me. So I wanted to bring to you my first better than decent game. It was a good game that I had in it, and I played it about as well as I think I can play it. Hopefully, and obviously, I hope I get even better as things go along, so that I could really learn how to play this. I played a couple of the other French. I've been working up the French line, as if you follow my channel at all, you've seen that, and they provide an interesting challenge. The whole French line do, all of the lines do, but the heavies particularly, because the tendency you want to do is you want to run out there and play it like a heavy, but it is not a heavy. It plays more like a heavy medium, and this tank in particular, and I'll tell you why, because this tank is, in essence, it is a heavy medium. I'm going to take some interesting shots here, right over the tops of my tanks. Track that Super Pershing right there, and then I'm going to proceed to just burn him down, really. He gets hit by a couple other folks as well. Burn him down, and then this, what is the KV, no, what is the 4502 drives right in my way, and I shoot him in the back. Fortunately, I didn't damage him, so. But anyways, this tank, as I was saying, like most of the French tank heavies, plays more like a medium. Again, the first instinct with a heavy is to get it out front. With this tank, obviously, you can't do that. For the most part, you can't do that. At least I can't. I'm sure really good players could do that. But for me, it's more of a like I said, a heavy medium. And it does a nice job at finishing off enemy tanks. So you're going to see here, this Conqueror, I'm trying to shoot him in the lower glacis, and it, by the time it missed completely, but it got the T-34 behind it. Again, this tank is just, so far I've had no luck on that Conqueror. He keeps exposing his lower plate, and I keep trying to shoot it. Step back to maybe get a shot on that IS-3, and he gets taken out. So now I get a little bit better. Finally get that Conqueror one time. Got one shell left. Again, this tank, sit back, soak up some damage like I'm doing right here. Again, get two shots in him finally. Soak up some damage, deal some damage, and then here's the crazy part. If you look, you see that my shell timer, it's got a just under 58 second or 48 second reload. That is a long time. Now this thing deals some nice damage. It's 6 shells, 300 damage each. So, I mean, you can do 1800 damage with a clip. It's just that there is a long reload between. So what I'm doing here is, while I'm waiting to reload it, I'm just kind of trying to assess this side. We've got a pretty overwhelming advantage here. They do have the Type 59 up on the hill that's preventing us really from moving forward, because anytime anybody moves out, then he's going to have shots into their side. As you just see, he just took out one of our AMX 5100. So I just reloaded here. That 59's got me worried, but it looks like, as I'm driving up, I'm saying, that 34 is going to take him out, and he did. So now this is where this tank excels right here. I've got a full clip. I've got an IS-6 hull down in front of me. He's facing off against the heavies to my right, and so I'm just going to move in from the side and do what a 5100 is really good at, and that is finish off low health tanks. 2 shells out of my chamber, and boom, he's gone. You can see I've already, at this point, done nearly 2,500 damage from sitting in the back. But again, you let your heavily armored tanks just get up front and take some damage. You just kind of vulturistic here. You just kind of are opportunistic with your shots, this is the way that I found, and I think it's pretty standard that this tank, like most of the French tanks, don't sit up front. Lit this guy up and was able to put one shot into him before he ducked back into the cover, and then wisely the AMX 5100 chose not to come up. I tried here to get a couple of shots, didn't wait till I was fully loaded. Really, poorly advised shot, really. Tried to track him right here, and again hit the rock, but I am going to take my first shot right there for the 4502. So he took me for 313. So I am reloading, so I've stepped back and trying to get hidden from this 4502 so I don't take any more shots from him. Obviously this tank is soft, so I got to sit here and wait out my load to be loaded again. I do decide here, this move right here, we're up 11-6, so I feel like I can be a little bit more aggressive, and I am going to march myself into danger right here, but it felt at the time that I did it, we have a couple of tanks up there, both at one shot, so it felt to me like if I was aggressive and forced the issue a little bit here with this IS-3, the AMX 5100 that we see on this hill here, then maybe the rest of my team would come with me. It's kind of a dangerous proposition in pubs because oftentimes your team doesn't take advantage of your aggression, which, again, your aggression can turn the enemy's attention, as it's going to do. Watch this IS-3, he's going to pop me one, good. But he's pretty much, at this point, he's done. I've got a full clip, and my second shot sets him on fire. And sure enough, he's gone. But now I'm going to pay the price for that. 34-3, which I did not see, is back there. I get one shot into him and I've got one shot left in my clip. I got the 5100 right above me, who takes me. But you can see in that view right there that he paid the ultimate price real quickly for taking me out. Because in fact, as you see in my mini map here, the other tanks, at least two of these other tanks, did in fact follow me up. So that may have been a silly move right there to act as an aggressor, but I tried to take a flank on that IS-3 who was holding everybody cowering back here. So I tried to get a little bit aggressive, come up here and draw his attention. When I did, we did have these two heavies at least move forward. As it turned out, there were three tanks up here: the IS-3, the AMX 5100, and a 34-3. But so I paid the price for doing that. But again, I did distract him enough and take out the IS-3. As you saw, both the 34-3 and the AMX 5100 were focused on me. So these guys came up and finished those shots off. So it was a little aggressive. Some could probably argue that I traded some hit points that I didn't need to, and that's probably true. I'm not going to argue with you. Again, this is probably what differentiates the really good players from me, who's just a above average player. So that perhaps was a silly take, but feels like it got the job done when I drew the attention of three tanks, so my other tanks could get in there and finish the job. So again, this is a good game for me, and you can see almost 4,000 damage. I'm going to jump into the after battle results here real quick and see what that has to say. So after battle results, you can see that I certainly did some damage or spotting damage or something for a lot of tanks in this game. It was just a first class mastery badge, so again, it's not, I guess it's maybe not worthy of a YouTube replay, but again, it was my first good game, and I felt like I really was doing what this tank is strong at, so I wanted to share it. I'm sure there's other people out there like me who struggle with these autoloaders, particularly with this really, really long reload. 48 seconds for Tier 8 heavy. Yes, it deals damage with a full clip, but man, that's a long reload, and just knowing how to get in and get out while you're reloading is one of the challenges. So as you see at the beginning of that game, I kind of sat back, took advantage of some shots when I could get it, and then When the time was right, I pulled off a little flank of that IS-6 to finish him off. He was a low hit point. Finish him off. It opened up that side, so it allowed the rest of our tanks to come through. And then again, after that, I used that aggressive move at the end to flank the IS-3, which again kind of opened up an alley for a couple of our more courageous heavies to move up into position to finish off the game. So again, I had a decent game here. With a double, I earned 3,528 XP. You can see from a team score, I'm blacked out here because I died. 3926 for my damage, 1176 base XP, which is again the best game I've had in this thing. It picked up 3 kills. On the detail report, you see I fired 22 shots, hit 17 of them, only 13 of them penned. So I think all 4 of those non-penning shots were on that Conqueror or whatever I had, and I can't remember. I think it was maybe a Conqueror that was out in front of me, and I was trying to hit his lower plate. But all 4 of them, I believe, were there. But 3926, you can see that I took 4 hits. All 4 were pens. I blocked nothing with armor because, hello, welcome to French tanks. I did damage 8 tanks. I destroyed 3 of those 8 and had just a little bit of spotting or tracking damage as well. So, again, a good game. 1176 base for me. Did make a profit of about 22,000 credits. So, again, wanted to bring this game. And for those of you that are struggling with the 5100, maybe you pick up a couple of things from this that might help you. Maybe you pick up a couple of things from this, say, I'm not going to do that either, which is fine. If I can help you in that way, that's great. Leave any comments that you have about it. You got any help, any tips for me? Any way I could have played that one better, I'd love to hear it. And I respond to everybody. When you respond to one of my videos, I do respond back. So love to hear your advice. If you got some, be kind, please. I don't pretend to be a great player. I'm just a slightly above average player. But I love doing these videos. I love to bring decent replays. So love to get your feedback on it. Love to have you like the video if you liked it. If you thought there was any use to it, that'd be great. And if you've not subbed already, love to have you do that too. Until next time, this is Crosstrain from World of Tanks, and I will see you on the battlefield. Peace.